Once upon a time, in a tiny village that was suspiciously known for its missing socks, there lived two friends. These comrades were not your average Joes. They were born into poverty and had the incredible talent of growing vegetables in their sleep. Day in and day out, they toiled tirelessly in the fields, nurturing the crops that sustained their families and fueled their never-ending appetites for potato chips. Despite their endless hardships, these two friends possessed an optimism that rivaled a puppy chasing its tail. They dreamed, oh how they dreamed, of a life beyond their wildest imaginations. One fine evening, as the sun timidly hid behind the mountains, the friends found themselves perched on the riverbank, their toes dipped into the cool water that whispered ancient secrets. Gazing at the sparkling ripples, the first friend declared, "I wish to be so rich that I can buy my own personal rainbow and hire unicorns to sprinkle glitter everywhere I go." The second friend nodded in agreement, adding, "Ah, riches! But my friend, let's not forget wisdom. I want to be wise enough to know how to spend all that moolah and bring happiness to others. Like, who needs unicorn glitter all the time, right?" Lo and behold, just as they were contemplating their extravagant dreams, a wise old Zen Master appeared before them. This guy had apparently mastered the art of eavesdropping from afar and couldn't resist sharing his profound wisdom with the two bewildered dreamers. "I've been spying on you too," the Zen Master said with a mischievous twinkle in his eyes. "I've heard your wishes, and I'm feeling generous today, but before I grant them, you must choose a path." With a flick of his perfectly manicured finger, he pointed to two paths that seemed to materialize out of thin air. One path was lavishly decorated with piles of gold, so shiny that even Mr. T would blush with envy. The other path, on the contrary, was a sensory explosion of colorful flowers and the fragrance of jasmine that could make a skunk smell like a rose. Unable to resist the lure of all that bling, the first friend instantly chose the golden path, rubbing his hands together like a money-obsessed squirrel. The second friend, however, paused, weighing his options like a contestant on a reality show trying to decide whether to accept the last piece of pizza. Intrigued, the Zen Master watched as the two friends embarked on their separate adventures. The first friend soon discovered that the path of gold was anything but a walk in the park. He faced treacherous obstacles, thieves, shady merchants, and a never-ending onslaught of challenges that could make even Indiana Jones reconsider his career choice. But with sheer determination, driven by his insatiable greed for wealth, he triumphed and amassed a jaw-dropping fortune. However, he lost something dear along the way. His heart turned as cold and unfeeling as an expired tub of ice cream. Meanwhile, our second friend skipped along the path adorned with vibrant flowers, swaying like a ballet dancer in a tulip-filled meadow. Along the way, he encountered wise teachers who dropped knowledge bombs on him like a rap artist dropping beats. He soon realized that these flowers weren't just eye candy, they possessed extraordinary healing properties. With each step he gained not only wealth but also wisdom, and he used his newfound resources to sprinkle kindness like confetti on those in need. Food, shelter, medicine, you name it, he had a generous supply, all while keeping his heart warm and squishy like a marshmallow on a summer's night. Years later, fate played its harmonious symphony, and the two friends found themselves back in their humble village. The first friend, now swimming in a sea of riches, had built a monstrous mansion that made the Queen of England jealous. But despite all the opulence, he was as miserable as a clown with an irrational fear of laughter. The love and respect of his family and friends had vanished like a magician's assistant in a disappearing act. On the other hand, the second friend, adored and respected by all, had used his wealth to transform the village into a utopia. Schools, hospitals, and happy hours on Fridays, you name it, he had it covered. The villagers loved him so much that they even named a pizza after him, with extra cheese, of course. Puzzled by the stark contrast, the first friend approached his wiser companion and pleaded, "Tell me, O fountain of happiness, how did you find such joy and fulfillment?" Grinning like a Cheshire cat, the second friend replied, "Ah, my misguided comrade, I chose the path of wisdom and compassion. True wealth isn't about drowning in material possessions, it's about using our resources to bring smiles to others' faces and making the world a better place. Pizza parties help too." Suddenly, like a sledgehammer to the forehead, it hit the first friend. He had been chasing a mirage all along. Determined to reverse the unfortunate trajectory of his life, he vowed to change his ways and follow the footsteps of his wise friend. Together they embarked on a mission to sprinkle happiness and glitter all around the village, making it the jolliest place on earth. And so, dear readers, the tale of these two dreamers teaches us a valuable lesson, that wealth and poverty are not mere possessions, but reflections of our hearts and minds. While it's natural to yearn for financial stability and security, true riches lie in using our resources to make a positive impact, like turning Mondays into pancake days, or inventing the world's first self-replenishing snack drawer. Poverty, in its sneaky ways, offers us an opportunity for growth and transformation. It reminds us of the importance of hard work, resilience, and finding the joy that resides within the simplest things, like free Wi-Fi. So, my friends, let's remember that life is a grand adventure, and the pursuit of wealth should always be accompanied by a sprinkle of wisdom and a hearty dollop of compassion. Together we can turn this crazy world into a magical place where dreams come true and socks never go missing.